Good evening. I know the frequency is not in use, so I'm not going to ask. And I'm not going to ask if there's any emergency traffic, because you would have been there too. But if you had emergency traffic or have it, just call 911 if you can, or if you can't, call us and we'll do it for you. Just make sure to give us where you live, where you're hurt, or what you need. May be broken, and that may be broken at any time for an emergency. Of course, the emergencies don't include trips to the airport or airport somewhere. Or some noise on there tonight. Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah. For information on this net, you can go to, hold on 1 second. And for information on that, you can go to YouTube and put my call, K4PEW, in there, and you'll see it live viewing there if you want to, of what I'm doing here in that net. Well, what the service of my radio says, I'll put it that way. And also, you can go to 146415.net for information on Simplex. You can go to groups.io, that's in the Oscar, and put in MJSS, and you can see our net schedule. You can also sign up for our email system, which gives reminders for our nets, as well as other things, including things for sale, things of ham interest. It's 99%. That's 99% spam. It's not 100% spam for you, but it's, you might think some things are spam, things you don't care about. But in this case, it's all related to ham radio, whether that's selling equipment, buying equipment, or asking technical questions in support of less seasoned hams, I call it, because I always have questions too. And last but not least, and really not is the least, you can email me at k4pew@arrl.net. Net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. Tonight we're doing the nets on 2 meters here, and then over to 70 centimeters, 446.415, then on to 28.415 upper side band, and then on to 223.415. You shouldn't even have to add the 415 on the 223.415 in the 220 band. It's a secret frequency, and we don't publish it on Facebook. We don't publish it on the YouTube, as we normally do everything else, because it's secret. All right. Purpose of this is to have fun. Figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear, and you can hear other stations you might not normally, on your own radio because of the distance. Like if I'm talking up to the northwest and you're down in the southeast, you might not be able to hear them, but you can listening to the YouTube feed. So that's where you need to go if that's what you want to do. Where else? All right, announcements. Of course, the big announcement is tomorrow night. No, not tomorrow night. Sunday night is the 10-meter net, another 10-meter net. In fact, the 10-meter net of everywhere, because it meets at 7:30 p.m. Michael KM4YRF does it. He's net control, and he's on 28.415 upper sideband. And then he moves on to the dangerous area of 29.415 on FM. I think it's the only FM 10-meter net. I'm going to say east or west of the Mississippi. And it's also, he goes on to 223.415, and which we do that 3 times a week, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, because it's a secret frequency. The announcement, too, is for the big Ham Fest down in Huntsville. You can look at hamfest.org if you want to look it up, hamfest.org. It's simple. I don't know how they got that one so good, but they did. You deserve it. It's a big event. It's a great event. Hamfest.org, and I think it's, I forget how much it is, $5 to get in there? I don't know, it doesn't matter. If you can't afford to go there, then you don't belong to ham radio. But that's the 17th and 18th. You can go either day. It's better to go on Saturday because there's more stuff going on, and it ought to be a lot of fun. I plan on going. And any other announcements we need to know about? All righty, then we shall proceed with, what are we proceeding? Oh, yes, the net. I'm number 1. I got red minute call down at K4PW. And but first, before we do, it's starting from the west. We're not going to start right at the moment. And just hang on to your horses, as my father used to say. He never had horses, though. I never got that connection. We're on net number 1025. We're about 7 weeks away from their 10th, finishing our 10th year. But we're going to be taking check-ins from short on time mobile and first time check-ins. So those come, please come now. Hey, man, are you on your HT again? Mobile? Roy?
Well, yes, Paul, I'm on my car mobile.
Okay, no, you're just a little light to me. That's all. I can copy you.
Well, I just sent her to check in. I'm trying to arrange some space for deal I'm doing on Sunday, so I'm out and about and just wanted to do at least a quick check in. And this is KO40KE, the dancing man, and I'm in Madison, and currently in Madison.
Yeah, very good. That's Roy. He's mobile. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo, and he's in Madison, and he lives in Madison, so running some errands. He's nationally and international renowned for his dancing skills. I know it sounds funny for our age group, but it's what he does it well. I've seen him. I've seen him on TV. Who else is short on time mobile or first time checking?
KE4TW.
All right. What's your skill there, Wes?
I don't know. I'm getting ready to fix dinner. I just pulled in the driveway, so I'll be listening to the next room. Everything's good here in Town, minus the fact that I am hungry. KE4TW.
Very good. That was Wes. He's getting ready to fix dinner, making some vittles. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is West? West, not West. Yeah, West. That's right. No, first time check. First time mobile or short on time.
Kilo Echo 4 for 5.
Kilo Echo 4 Papa Juliet Whiskey. Man, I forgot your first name.
No worries, man. It's Terry. I'm out here mobile. Just want to check in and say hello.
Ah, very good. Where are you mobile in tonight?
I'm down here in South Juliet.
Okay, you're not too far away. Then on the south side of 40, on the newer side of the tracks.
That's right. And I'm on a little bitty tiny antenna. I'm surprised you can even hear it.
Well, I can hear real well going pretty far south. I've been known to hear HTs down in Murfreesboro.
Well, I have one of those little R2D2 antennas. I'm surprised getting out at all.
Yeah, I get it, but the conditions I think are good. But everything else going well for you, Terry?
Man, everything's good. Enjoying out here in South Mount Juliet.
Oh yeah, it's all good. A beautiful day, although it was kind of hot this afternoon. I was out there messing around. Anything else on that?
No traffic.
Very good. That was Terry. Kilo Echo 4 Papa Juliet Whiskey's mobile in South Mount Juliet Road. Who else is short on time mobile or first time checking? I heard a squelch break. Is that somebody trying? I'm assuming no. Well, then we'll go ahead and start from the west. Please come in.
Someone's still talking.
I can't hear anything.
Hey, partner, come back with your call one more time. If you can hear me, we're doing a net, and we'd like to have your call sign. I guess proceed.
All right, I saw some keystrokes there, and I heard some short keys, but I don't hear anything else. Anyway, hope if you're out there, please check in with us. It'd be great. I'm here in Mount Juliet, as Michael is too, and we'll be happy to have you. Anybody else, West?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
We had a double in there. Greg 1, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. What's up?
Not much. I'll let the net move on. Back to net, KD14.
Very good. Those are what you call, I don't know what you call them, flash check-ins. That's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. He's in Antioch, and his name is Greg. Who else is West?
KC4 TNQ.
Man, you got a big signal tonight there, Charles.
Yeah, your signal is fine, but it seems like it's real noisy on my end for some reason.
No, you sound pretty loud to me. I don't hear any noise in there, but we have had some odd conditions recently.
Yeah, roger that. And thank you for the plot of our elevation between me and Michael.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Was that so? It's always funny to me to see those elevation profiles because you go, how does the signal get over there?
Yeah, that big bump between us, that's right there at I-440 where it crosses over Charlotte Pike. So that's where I was talking about 30th Avenue in Charlotte. That's where that big bump is.
Right, right. And sometimes, depending upon weather conditions, it makes it cross the bump, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's tropo or something other where it's reflecting off the whatever. Yeah, but anyway, y'all have a good evening. I'm on call tonight and off to work tomorrow. So y'all have a good evening. 7391 KC14.
Very good. That was Charles in West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November, Quebec. Who else is west? Nobody else west?
KG4 ILV, Jackson Donaldson.
Man, what do you need? An invitation?
I was on the other side of the room.
Yeah, very good. Everything going well?
Oh, yeah, everything was fine. It was a little toasty today.
Oh, I was out this afternoon just messing around, and I said, man, it's like, because there was no breeze, it felt like I was walking. I just opened the oven door.
Yeah, one of the weather guys says, yeah, it's air you can wear.
That's very, I never heard that before, but that's pretty accurate. I was going to ask you something else, but I don't know what it was. But it's a good day for, well, does it? It actually heats up your garden, I'll bet you.
Well, my tomatoes have a problem with my tomatoes this year, except for my little Roma tomatoes. They're doing great.
Do those seem to grow better than others? Are they pretty resilient?
Well, they are for me. I did beefsteak tomatoes, and they're coming on, but they're slow.
I saw some beefsteak tomatoes in the grocery today. They look like softballs.
Yeah, they're pretty good size. I mean, I've had a few, but there's several green ones on there.
Yeah, I may have told that story. When I first moved to Florida, which is famous for growing all soft fruits, and my wife, who was still in a mode of canning, this back in the early 70s, and we saw that you could go out to the tomato fields after they commercially had been picked 2 or 3 times, in the growing season. You could have all you want for like $2 a bushel. So we went down, and our eyes are bigger than our wallets. No. Actually, for little we spent 6 or 8 bucks. We got more tomato. We got them home. We said, "What the hell are we gonna do with it?" We had to buy more jars.
Yeah, you can either can them or freeze them. I'm not much for canning, but anyway, I guess I've been on here long enough. I'll let somebody else check in, Paul. Thanks for doing the net. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one, KG4 ILV.
Very good. That's Jack Kilo Go for Indian Lima Victor. I decide on who stays the longest. Who else is west? Hold on one second. You're bothering your brother there, Mike.
Oh, that station, I believe, is Kilo India 4 Tango India Quebec. Best I could copy. It could be wrong.
What was the K what?
Kilo India 4 Tango India Quebec, I believe.
Huh. Wonder where he was that we couldn't hear him.
Well, I could hear him, but he was doubling, and so you might want to give him a call.
I'll give it a try. Hold on there, Rick. I'm looking for Kilo India 4 Tango India Quebec. If that's your call out there, we were trying to get in there earlier and we couldn't hear you properly. All right, got nothing. Rick, you still there?
I am indeed still here, Paul. Thank you for what you do. I can actually hear Michael tonight.
Man, you got a big signal here. It's a little tiny bit noisy, but you have an excellent audio tonight.
Sweet, dude, that's good, man. Everybody's coming in clear. Jack, he always arranges my furniture.
You might have to put up some aluminum foil on that side of the house.
Hey, good idea.
Very good. Anything for the net, Rick?
Nah, I don't have, man. Everybody just have a good day tomorrow at 73.
Very good. That's Rick. He's out in the hinterlands out there west of Ashland City. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. If you could hear him, it's a good night for signals because a lot of times it's a little rough for him getting into the net. And it's Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Who else is west? Here's somebody trying to break in there, but I don't know who it is. Anybody copying that signal? Well, poop. We can try again if you want to do it now. Not enough to copy. I'm sorry. Nobody else is copying that on the net?
I'm hearing nothing. I got nothing here.
Well, if it's not west and it's not east, where the heck is it? No, that's funny. I don't know where that's from. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I don't have a direction finder on the signals here, but anyway, sorry I couldn't hear you again. If that's the second time, I'm not sure. But anybody west still? Anybody else west? By the way, if you can't get in, please, if I can't hear you, please just send me an email at k4pew@aarl.net. Who else is west or south? Hello, Tony. Do you have a nice hot day out there?
Actually, I kept to go to the mailbox. I was pretty much inside all day.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't outside a lot, but man, was it warm. I mean, it was only 90, but it was still, just because it's not breezy, it was very warm.
It was 98 over here in beautiful downtown Smyrna.
Really? And that's on your backyard, your weather station?
Yep.
Wow, 98. Boy, you're really cooking in it. What do you got? You got like a reflector thing on your ground underneath the weather station, or what?
Yeah, well, we coat the city in aluminum foil, and then we bait it in butter.
Man, I'm not kidding you. That's that's pretty warm. Been doing anything exciting on the air?
Not a blessed thing.
Okay, nothing for the net then. This is boring so far.
Yeah, well, I strive to be mediocre.
Oh, I meant in general. I don't, not necessarily. We just not many people talking about. Oh, the dancing was cool. Anyway, all right, Tony, good to have you in there. That's Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. He's in Smyrna with a big signal. His name is Tony. Is there anybody else out there? Please come now from west or south.
I'm just trying out a new mic here.
Okay, we got. Hold on one second.
Thank you.
I had somebody else in there. Danny was checking out a mic on the 220 thing. Hey, Boo, David, what you doing?
Oh, good,
Doing great. Still sitting upright and taking solid food. Not much of it, but solid food. Well, you're giving me an S5, but your audio is just a little low for an S5 signal. I don't know why. Yeah, it does make it better. You're right. I didn't know what conditions were going on there, but it's better that I give fair signal reports than lie to you.
Oh, yeah, I understand. A lot of people don't lie to you. They just don't know that's strategy,
That's true. Very good. It's kind of like women.
I ain't going there. Listen, you carry on, sir, and I appreciate what you do.
Yeah, very good. That was David. He's in Reedyville. Kilo India 4 November Delta November. Good to have you in there, David. Who else is south? I can copy you perfectly, Larry, but wow, is it noisy? So we got some odd conditions going down your way. How are you copying me? Well, very good. Anything for the net? Very good. Pretty noisy. That's Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. How are you copying him, Michael?
Not as well as you.
Oh, really? Even worse. Huh. I thought it might just be me. Because sometimes it is just me. Sometimes it is just you. Like I said, for those who don't know, Michael is about 2 miles east of me in Mount Juliet. And it's easy to check signals, and sometimes it's radically different. Like in this case, this signal from Larry was worse than mine, and mine wasn't that great. So it was kind of interesting how it changes just over a short period of time. And we both have the same antenna, and we both have the same radio. So all things being equal, what we do is rely a lot. What happens? Who else is south? Anybody east?
KM4YRF.
Very good, Michael. Did you have a good day at work?
Yes, but I'm going to tell you, it was humid. It was really humid today. I sweated so much that I had sweat running down places I can't talk about.
Yeah, and you had to make me picture at least what I thought you were talking about. Yeah, so yeah, it must be right. So there's zero air conditioning in the warehouse, right?
Yeah, we have some fans in there, but basically all it does is just circulate the warm air, and but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, what do they call those ovens that circulate air? The what do they call those?
A convection oven.
I think so. Is that the one that has that blows hot air around instead of just letting it sit in there and bake? That's what your warehouse is, a convection oven.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Hot weather is, well, it's just different. That's all. I mean, it's funny how we can tolerate being at the beach, but we have a hard time tolerating it at work.
Man, I know it. And we, in the wintertime, we complain because it's cold and the dock doors are open and, you know, we're all bundled up and everything and we're waiting for the warm weather to get here. Then when it gets here, we're complaining because it's so hot.
Yeah, I know. Well, I used to have a rule in when I managed people in the field. If they weren't complaining, they weren't getting their job done. That's all. They weren't complaining. They wouldn't have anything to complain about.
That's right. We tell, well, we haven't had any new people in a while, but when it comes to pulling orders and everything, you know, if you're not making a mistake, you're not working.
That's true. You don't want them though. You don't want mistakes. Some mistakes can be pretty big in your business.
Oh yeah, that's my son's job. He double checks everything before it's sent out.
Yep, that was Ross Perot, man. Measure twice and cut once.
Yeah, I had that backwards there for a while.
No, it is so funny when people do make mistakes though, because they go, "I could have swore I did that correct," and they do believe it, and because you think you're doing right and you're doing just the opposite.
Well, one of the easiest mistakes to make is we have a lot of stuff we sell by the case only, and then we have a lot of stuff that we sell by each. And a lot of times people pull either a case for one or pull one for a case.
Just try to imagine how terrible it was when you didn't have a computerized stuff.
Oh yeah, and computers do good when they're working well and not so good when they're not.
Hey, by the way, I thought I'd tell the net this. I don't think I saw it. Didn't see it on news. It might have been there because I don't watch much news on the television. But Ukraine yesterday, I guess it was yesterday, they put out a denial of service attack on all the major banks in Russia, all of them. And they were without internet, they were without banking services, they were without social media, they were out everything almost.
Did they get it corrected?
I don't know. I imagine it took them a little bit of time, but yeah, they did. But it's funny how they're using cyber attacks on Russia to try to make them. Some of the banks, that way that's how they buy their weaponry and pay their people and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that would be effective.
Anyway, I just thought it was interesting about how Ukraine just imagine they could turn around and do it to us. I don't think they will, but they're pretty good at that, obviously. Anyway, that was Michael, KM4YRF. He's in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Nobody else east? And we're going to have to light a fire under Stan and Kevin, man.
Okay,
Speak of the devil, what's up there, Stan? I spoke before you got in there.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of time to get to the mic.
Oh, I understand. Everything going well?
Well, going pretty well, Paul.
Very good. You planning on getting down to Huntsville this year?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going down. There's a security guard work doing. Let's see, I think it's called Alpha Golf 4 Echo Radio or Alpha Echo 4 Radio. But he's kind of invited me to go down with him, so I might go down with him this time.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I'd love to meet him.
Yeah, I think he was giving his wife at one of the breakfasts recently.
Oh, really? Oh, I think you're right. I believe you're right. I just don't remember. I don't remember who that was, though. That's funny. Getting old, I guess. Anything good for the net?
No, that's all, Paul. That's in that KM4HQ.
Yeah, very good. That's Stan. He's in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4, Hotel, Quebec, Echo. Now I got to do is light Kevin up and get him over here. Who else is east? Nobody else east? We'll move to the north.
WB0 NOL. Good evening.
Well, you got a big loud signal tonight there. How you doing there, Mark?
Doing fine. Not much going on over here. Just kind of hiding out, trying to stay cool.
You using a different mic, or are you just sneaking up on that one?
It's it's a different radio. This was my Hamfest radio. It's a hand mic, so did I get too close to it?
No, it just doesn't have the same wonderful broadcast quality you normally have.
No, well, it's a mobile mic, so if you can hear me, it's working.
Oh yeah, no, I was no doubt about that. It was good and loud. It just didn't have that same, that real wide range of frequencies on it,
Yeah. Well, I bought this kind of an older dual band radio. So I spent a week trying to figure out how to get it programmed, but I finally did.
It's a good thing we don't charge ourselves by the hour. It would cost more than what we bought.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But it's been fun playing with. So Kenwood D710, so it's a nice dual bander.
Hey, by the way, I was thinking about you and your innovative dollar store ham radio store you went over. It occurred to me as a part of that thought is one of the biggest problems of going to Hamfest is you just walk around and you scan to see what people have there, the different tables, and so you really have to look at every one, and you might not see everything. But I just thought it occurred to me that people ought to do a little inventory of their major hardware, their radios, tuners, etc., and submit that in a standard format, so you could actually just get a list as you go in. You could actually see, I'm looking for a whatever, just I'm looking for a Kenwood whatever or a Yaesu whatever, and that way it'd be easy. You know it was there at least.
Well, why don't you do that? Sounds like a great idea. I never know what I'm looking for until I see it, and then I'm not sure.
Oh, if people are just browsing, that's another thing. But sometimes if you just scan a list and you go, I'd love to have one of those, then you go straight to the table and you can at least look at it, But we just make a better way to go to a Hamfest, because then like going to the grocery store, I think if they would just randomly put in the grocery store, you'd be walking around all day.
That's true. Of course, if you go to that much trouble, you might as well just put it on eBay.
No, I'm just saying it makes it easier for the people going to the Hamfest. When they get there, you wouldn't publish it ahead of time, then people wouldn't show up, because they don't have what I want.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whether Ham could ever get that organized.
I suppose you're right, but it would be interesting though, because that way you'd be. Let's put it this way: you charge $10 for the table, and if you submit a list, it's another $5. That way, you could almost. That's not you're going to guarantee a sale, but you're more likely to get a sale.
Yeah. Well, I sold a bunch of dollar bags again, and sold some things for ridiculous prices. It's funny. Oftentimes, people will offer you more than you really want.
You didn't turn them down, did you?
No, not really. Sometimes I throw in something extra, though.
Yeah, you ought to, just even create more interest. You ought to call those bags. Don't call them dollar bags. Call them dime bags.
I think they'd arrest me for that.
That'd make it more interesting, though. Anyway, anything else for that, Mark?
Nope, not a thing. Talk to you later.
All right, that was Mark. He's in Northwest Wilson. Who else is? And it's Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar Oscar, and a substandard microphone. He usually has a really nice sounding one. Who else? Who else is north? Very good, Brent. What's up?
Hey, just trying to stay cool. Cutting trees up that are falling over the last couple of days.
Well, yeah, cutting trees is no fun.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get up at 5 in the morning to even handle this one. It's just too hot after 7.
Yeah, I know. You either do it early in the morning or late in the afternoon. I had the guys come through from some tree service that was hired by the utility to, cut limbs that were getting, look like they're approaching either a drop into the house or out by this. And dang, if I didn't go out there today and see if they left limbs out in the yard. They're supposed to pick up all their trash. Now I got to pick up their trash.
Yeah, we've had several trees cut down this year. Several were going to fall on my house. And then my other property, we had one fall up there in cutting the rest of this year.
No, that's no fun. It really, the last time I had to do some of that, it's a pain when you're cutting, like you get them knocked down to the ground and then you're sawing them up. And I'm getting to the age where it hurts my back to be doing that for very long.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm finding every old injury I've ever had.
And some you didn't know you had.
No joking. Well, Paul, 73 to everybody, and I'm just going to be sitting on the side. Are we doing 10 meters later?
We are, after we do the 70 centimeter net, right after this.
446, 415.
Good guess. That's correct.
Okay, then I'll catch you then.
Very good. That was Brent. He's in Northwest Wilson. Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec. Who else is west? Or anywhere, north or anywhere.
Kitty 4 Joanne.
Hey, I could hear you blasting on the 220 net early.
Yeah, I thought I better check a mic before I actually get turned.
No, you were doing fine. You were blasting in over this net because I had the other radio turned up too loud. No big deal. Everything going well?
Oh yeah, just hot today.
Oh yes, everybody was complaining about it. I went out to move my wife's car, and it was because there's no. I don't know if it had something to do with the breeze, but it was sunny all day. I guess I got in her car and I could barely touch the steering wheel. It was so hot.
Oh, I know. Man, you ought to be in that bus all day.
I don't think so.
All right. I'll get you on the next one.
Very good. That's Danny. He's up near Cottontown, Kilo Delta 4 Golf, Oscar, November. Who else is any place anywhere?
84 VUW, Carlin Angeltown Bethpage.
Hello, Carlin. You sound pretty good.
Well, that's good.
Got about an S7 out here.
Oh, okay.
Anything good going on up in Angeltown Bethpage?
I think it's hot up here like it is everywhere else. Of course, I ain't been out in it too much.
No, but today's not a good day to be doing anything for that matter, unless you're just sitting in the shade somewhere.
Nah, I haven't been out nowhere or anything. Well, just go up to these cats around about 6:20 or something like that. I know it sounded like it was a little warmer than it was yesterday, but I thought, well, it's still I don't know, it's not too bad, That time of year, you have to adjust for it, I reckon.
Well, I spent 35 years of my life in Florida, and it doesn't get quite as hot in Florida as it does here on some days. Most days in Florida are high 80s, 90s, and it rarely gets over 95. Rarely. It really does. It's more of a moderated temperature, I guess, because of the Gulf of Mexico, or on the West Coast anyway. And so it was really funny because even though you get really tired of hot, muggy days, and that's what I always tell people, is I just can't wait. When summer starts, I go, I just can't wait for fall. Fall's, I don't care. The other 3 seasons, I don't care. Summer is the hot one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about fall's going to be here on top of us here, I guess, in, September, somewhere around the 20th or something like that. So I'm thinking, well, good. Summer's going to be gone. We'll be heading right back towards winter again. Don't seem like summer was very long at all, but I don't know. I kind of like everything being green looking myself out there. I don't really care about no leaves on the tree and gray looking everywhere. I just don't care for that. So anyway, let me unkey here and let you take the net back over and get some more check in. So anyway, with that said, hope you're having a good time down there and staying cool yourself off, and everybody else out there too. So this is Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, and I will relinquish the frequency back to you.
Yep, very good. That was Carlin. He's in Angeltown Bethpage, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. They're good signal. And yeah, summer's it's just funny. You just get used to it. I know that I've lived through, well, I don't remember the first few summers, but of course I didn't always live in the South. So summers down here are a lot hotter than where I grew up. Anyway, who else we got?
Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey out.
Say, what's up, Ricky?
Oh, not much. Just sitting here trying to stay cool like everybody else.
Yeah, it's like I said, we complain about it, but it's just summer. I mean, everybody's, man, it's really hot. You go, I know, it's summer. You don't have to tell me it's hot. Not you. I'm talking. My wife will do this. Man, it's hot out. Yeah, I know. It's summer. What are you getting at?
Yeah, roger that. I guess I like all the seasons. It does get hot in Tennessee and the South. I tend to, I really like winter. I'm the opposite of everybody, I guess. Winter time is just, you see more. The foliage is gone. You don't have to work as much or get out as much outside, doing the outside chores, and you breathe better.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, I guess I don't like, I'll say I don't like, because I catch myself doing it, because you don't like a particular season or a particular weather or a particular whatever. And I'm just grateful to be here. I don't care if it's raining, snowing, I don't care. I mean, it could be, I don't care if it's below zero. I don't care if it's 100, really. I may complain about it, but I'll go out and do stuff in it. It's not gonna kill me.
Yeah, roger that. I found that I like winter a lot better now that I don't have to work. Driving, I think the last place I worked was down Hendersonville, or I think Cracker Barrel in Franklin. So, when the winter time gets around, you get bad roads, you take risk of losing your vehicle or having a wreck or getting off the road. So, I don't think I liked it as much then as I do now.
No, I know what you're saying. It's every season has, well, no, I don't say every season's bad. The winter has its problems, obviously, especially and especially when if it's sleeting or icing conditions or whatever. And it's also cold. So the pain can be very cold here, as you know. Uh, but they all season have their problems. But I really do. Just the other day, after we got all that rain, and I was out on the highway, and I look around, and all the trees looked like they were exploding. All the flowering trees were out, and the trees are green and lush, and all the bushes and the lawns, and it just looks so pretty to me.
Right. Well, Carlin, I guess don't worry about it too much because, the way the summer is going, it may not end on the calendar like we think it will. Like when fall comes around. I have known 90-degree days in October, so maybe this might linger on for a little bit longer. But anyway, hey, I'm gonna let you move on, and we'll catch you on the next round. It's K4 BWA. God bless everybody.
Yeah, very good. That's Ricky. He's in Portland, Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha, and he does the Thursday night. Don't forget, tomorrow night he does a Simplex Net at 7 and 147 555. Do I have that right?
Roger.
Okay, very good. Memory's not as bad as I thought it was. 147 555 Simplex K4WBA. Simplex Net tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Who else? Any place, anywhere?
Comment.
Okay, go ahead.
The sun was sure hot today.
Yeah, I bet it was. Did you go up there and look?
That's one of my favorite speeches. When somebody says that, I always give them a double take.
Yeah, that's why I always go there at night.
Yeah, I hear it's not so bad at night.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. It only burns you up in 1 millisecond or less. Is there anybody else out there? We're going to move on right now. I don't care. I'm not going to ask you anymore. Lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, and what else we got? We had some others on there. I keep a list, actually, so I don't forget. Yeah, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater chunkers, shape-shifting shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers. I haven't got that written down. And the moon landing, and the flat earthers. There you go. And the ones who believe that people live inside the earth. There's a whole pocket down there. People living under the crust here. And of course, scanner listeners who would have to email me or text me if they know my number. We got none of those.
Okay, what else today?
All right. Which one would you have to identify as?
Well, I have to turn the radio on, find a microphone, and go from there.
Apparently, when I say that, it makes you turn the radio on.
Well, I listened to you on YouTube, and then I said, well, let me get up and go listen to the net now.
Okay, I got you. Very good. Very good. What's up, Scott? Anything good?
Everything's great. Where are we going next?
446 415.
All righty, we'll meet everybody there. K1S today.
Very good. That was Scott, K1SPD. He's in Laverne. Who is there anybody else in the categories I listed? The sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, et al. No toadies, lackeys, or repeater chunkers. Did anybody see the thumbnail for the net tonight?
Yes, it's great. Good one.
It's true, man. I read about these new modes. I go, please don't give me another mode because I'm not buying a radio. Not doing it. Anyway, everybody's got to have something new. It's like we constantly have to change, and just get more people on the air, and you won't need to worry about different modes and all that crap. If you want different modes, go in the military. They got lots of modes. Anyway, anybody else before we move over to 446, 415? All right, that's where we're going. 446, 415. I'll see you there momentarily. Very good. This is K4PEW, Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 446, 415. Looking for check-ins from the west. Please come now.
KG4ILV, Jackson Donaldson.
Man, big loud signal, Jack. That's Kilo Gulf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
I'm not even going to tell you about that tone because it's not there.
It never was there. Jack, have you ever heard hum in my signal? Nope. That's what I thought.
It's because you guys are both tone deaf. What can I tell you? Anyway, see, I'm hearing things that only people who are shape-shifting lizard people can hear. Anyway, that was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, and he is in Antioch. Who else is west? Anybody else west? South?
K1SP.
Very good. Big, strong signal there, Scott. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta in Laverne. Who else is south? Nobody else south? I know that Tony has an antenna and a radio of 70 centimeters, but he's not there. Who else is south or east?
KM4YRF.
Very good. You do hear, what do you hear on Mike's on Greg's signal? Anything?
I don't hear anything. It's always just here. And you said that Carlin's signal to you was S7?
That's correct.
He was 20 over to me.
Well, he has more to offer you. I don't know why the difference. Just again, obstructions. Who knows? I don't know what it is because, like I said, that angle between you and me 2 miles apart makes. I don't know how big a difference it makes, but there must be more obstructions from me to him than there is to me to you or something. Or more absorption. I don't know what. The trees are bigger over on my side. Anyway, that was Michael, KM4YRF. Who else is east? Very good. You sound great there, Stan. That's Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is east? Or north?
4 VUW, Carlin A, the sound best rate.
All right, we had 2 in there. We got, I'll get it right here in a second. Danny, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November with a good signal. And then I heard Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey with also a big signal. Come back to me again. So I just want to hear your signal again there, Carlin.
Hello there. We're on UHF. It's only 50 watts on UHF.
No, you're doing good on UHF. How are you copying him on that one, Mike? Yo, Michael.
I copy Carlin well.
Oh, no, I say it's well. I mean, was it a big signal?
Yeah, it was a big signal.
Okay. Yeah, big isn't really a value because I wasn't looking at the screen either, so it's all right. Well, I just wanted to figure out. He had a little bit of hash on it. That's all. Is there hash on yours?
Nope.
Okay, there you go. That's a good way to describe it. No hash and hash. Anyway, it was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. If you didn't know it, and who else is north?
Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor Quebec.
Ah, very good. You sound fine there, Brent. Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec. Brent in Northwest Wilson. Are you copying everybody? Have you been listening on 70 centimeters?
Yeah, everybody's coming in good tonight.
Oh, yeah, very good. Just want to make sure. Who else is north or anywhere?
WB011.
Yeah, you're still on the same radio, I take it?
Roger.
No, it's good. It's no problem. I just wondered. It sounded like the same one, but no big deal. You know, like I said, it's disappointing to hear not a full broadcast audio from you. I know, man. It's shameful, really, for somebody of your integrity, you know, and your skill level. Anyway, that's Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar, and he is in Northwest Wilson as well. Who else is north or anywhere? Well, we had 10 of us in there tonight on the 70 centimeters. One last chance for lollygaggers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater chunkers, lizard people, moon landing deniers, and below the earth people. All righty, we had the 10 in there. We're going to move right over to, where did I say I was going? Oh, we're going over to 10 meters, 28.415. So we'll see you there, K4P then. This is K4PW for the 10 meter net here on 140 228 excuse me 28.415. Please come now from the west. Nobody from the west? Come, I can't hear anybody from the west.
I'm not hearing anybody either.
I'm here Greg real low down there, KD4VUW. I mean, sorry, KD4, KD4, I get it straight. CVE, I hear him in there, but really low if you can copy me, Greg. But anybody else west?
KG4 ILV.
Ah, very good. I can hear you pretty good, Jack, but not Greg. He's really lower than normal. I mean, about half as low as he used to be. Are you copying Greg at all? Well, we'll see what goes on there. That was Jack with a pretty good signal out of Donaldson. Kilo Go for India Lima Victor. Who else is west? West or south? Kilo 1, Sierra Papa Delta. You copying anybody? Okay. Well, say that again. Say again, Scott. No, I didn't hear what you said. Well, I can't hear him at all now. Anyway, that was Scott, Kilo 1, Sierra Papa Delta. Signals are pretty crappy tonight. And Kilo 1, Sierra Papa Delta, Scott. In Laverne, who else is west? West or south? West, south, or east?
KM4, wow.
Very good. I've got Michael in there blowing my ears off after trying to put my headphones on fully. KM4YRF, and he is here in Mount Juliet. I have no feeling in my head anymore. Who else is east? You captain anybody, Mike?
Nope, I'm not hearing a thing.
Nobody else east, please come now. Up to the north, please come now. All right, hold on. We had a double in there. Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec with a good signal. That's Brent up in Northwest Wilson. Was that Danny? Is that you I heard? Very good. That's Kilo Delta 4, Golf, Oscar, November. Pretty good signal. Are you copying both of those guys there, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Just want to make sure. And anybody else north or anywhere? Or west? Or anywhere? Please come now. All right, pretty slim results there. We had 9, 8, 7, that's 6. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 people. One more chance. Please come now for the 10 meter net here in Mount Juliet. Your off frequency is 28,415. Very good. I can't hear a darn thing. Can you, Michael?
Nope, not a thing.
All right, very good. We can't hear crap. So we're going to close out the net here. We appreciate everybody being on the 2 meter, the 70 centimeter, and the 10 meter upper sideband net. And look forward to buy. We're taking orders for 220 radios later this evening. Now, again, we got a nice. We're averaging probably 7, 8, 9 people every 220 net now. So And the secret frequency is 223.415. K4 PAW, we'll see you over there. All righty, this K4 PAW. Let's hope the conditions are here are better than they were on 10 meters.
They are.
And
Meters was useful again to me. Too noisy. 70 centimeters sounded pretty good.
yeah, 70 wasn't too bad, Jack. You checking in?
That's KG4, LZ.
Very good. Got KD4 CVE, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie, Echo Rabbit, and Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. That was Greg and Jack in that order. Who else? And Michael, of course, KM4YRF from Manchuria. Who else was out there?
31
Very good. We've got Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta, Skyler and Laverne, and I missed somebody in there. Who did I hear besides that?
KD4 Duran.
Oh, very good. Kilo Delta 4 Golf. Remember Danny, of course, in up near Cotton Town. Anybody else?
KD4 VUW, Carlin Angel Town, that page.
Very good. Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor, Uniform Whiskey. Sounds pretty good tonight on 220. Is everybody copying well?
Yeah, real good. Other than my usual, I never hear a peep out of Carlin.
So you can hear Carlin okay tonight, huh?
I actually heard scratch from tonight.
Cool. Sounds great. Conditions must be good. What does that make it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anybody else out? Oh, by the way, that thing I read about the that Ukrainian attack on the internet, their whole system in Russia, and at least on the banking, social media, and that kind of stuff. And they said it was great doing it, and look for more and better stuff in the future. So I can't imagine what they're going to do next. Probably, I don't know what.
That may open up a whole new can of worms.
Well, it just goes to show you that we've learned in the last couple of years that drones in cyber wars can be pretty effective.
We took out Iran before nothing to cyber hacking.
You mean with that new nuclear thing you're talking about?
Well, they did something where they screwed with the speed of the motors and stuff in it. I think they did it, or it's a theoretical possibility, but I think they actually did it. Yeah, it was their centrifuges, and they spun out so fast they tore themselves up.
See, that's a pity, huh?
That sounds right, Jack.
Yeah, I remember that now, but it's pretty interesting how they apparently snuck it in with a thumb drive.
Some kind of virus they got in there. Yeah, some outside vendor stuck a thumb drive in.
Well, that's the only way to be secure, at least theoretically, is you disconnect everything from the internet. But if somebody brings the thumb drive in or a diskette or something, you're going to be in trouble.
Just have the Secret Service cover it. Some drives can hold 30 million folks.
30 million. Yeah, that's right. Might even be more than that.
That's just what we know. Think of all the votes they had already filled out for Biden and now having to redo.
I saw a comedian. I'll tell you in a second the joke because I got to remember how he said it. He says, if it's possible, if it could happen, if Biden would actually win, how are we going to tell him?
Trump gave a speech tonight in Pennsylvania, and they were thanking him for coming back to Pennsylvania, and he was introducing J.D. Vance.
Yeah, I saw parts of that. It's pretty good.
Don't forget my prediction.
Which one was that? You gave a couple.
Pennsylvania is going to be unbelievably critical in the election, I'm thinking.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It was last time, and it will be this time. And I'm suggesting it won't be a problem this year. It'll be good for Trump. Uh, it occurred to me too that what's the number one reason you think Trump is successful? What's the number one reason? I'm sure there's several, but give me one. The one best reason Trump has been successful in that election and being able to get through all that crap and then get to take the nomination, so to speak, which he has for this election. Why is he so popular among the masses? I'll use it that way. Why is he so popular among the people?
Fair. Like they know he's telling them the truth.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of telling the truth and he is, in my memory, the best cheerleader for America that I know of in the 20th century, 20 and 21st century.
He's not in anybody's pocket that's ever been seen, and he's such a great speaker off the cover.
Yeah, and it's hard to argue. Initially I would have thought he would have been unsuccessful when he first said he was going to go for president, and because I mean, I'll just say he was pretty much born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and having a connection to the everyday man is there's quite a distance between a Donald Trump and me. Okay, quite a big barrier. But he does. I think he really genuinely cares.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that, or else he wouldn't have worked for 4 years and donated all the money to charity.
Yeah, no, like I said, he's just had, and I think the problem with most of the people who don't like him or don't, wouldn't vote for him, is they're skeptics. They think who could be like that? Who could be like that? And they don't believe it because they're stupid. Well, stupid isn't the right word.
He was talking about something we've been talking about, and that's Kamala Harris doesn't look black and only recently started claiming to be black. She was always South Asian before.
Well, I think she's had it both ways. I couldn't tell you when it started or what, but I know that I just saw a couple of interviews where she was introduced as Asian, and she introduced herself as Asian, and the first Indian senator in the United States. That's how she introduced herself.
I keep hearing interview after interview with her, and every time she has that cackling laugh at the end. They say since she identifies as black now, she's got a fake Southern accent.
Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? Well, I think it's a South Jamaican accent or South Montreal. I mean, she spent about I think about 8 years, no more than that. I just don't know how many. About 8 years in Montreal, going to school there, and spoke. And the primary school she went to was in French, and the secondary school, I guess, 10th, 11th, and 12th, might have been through 13 because I know Canada uses 13 grades. So that was in both English. It's an Anglo school, they call it up in Montreal.
But what Trump did on his speech tonight, he had a clip of Kamala saying that she was against fracking, and of course they're in Pennsylvania.
Oh, I know it, man. Fracking's big in PA.
Should be big everywhere. It's a pretty good deal to get the natural gas. I think it's hilarious whenever she tries to talk black.
Well, she was against fracking before she was for fracking.
According to this clip, she's against it now.
Now that clip was done, I think, at the beginning of this administration or before this administration, as the VP, but I'm not sure about that. The fact is, she's just full of crap.
Well, she was for illegal immigration, and now she's against it. She's fracking crazy.
I think you're right, Mike.
She's flip-flopping left and right. I think they said 11 million people have come across the border. Well, that's because the Republicans recently turned down some stupid bill with crap attached to it.
Yeah, but they would have been coming across anyway. I assure you they would have come across.
I'm just saying that's what they're saying. They're blaming on the Republicans. Yeah, but that bill was loaded up full of, it was a poison pill thing. It wasn't what it appeared to be. No, but it was exactly what they wanted. And now she can say they turned it down. See, I was going to do something. Right. They're as childish as you can get.
Yeah, but everybody knows better.
Hope everybody, or at least enough people. Well, when Trump gets on there, he takes questions. When Kamala gets on there, she doesn't take questions. Neither did Biden, neither did Hillary. She just goes after Trump. She knows Trump will take questions from people and the people in the audience or the reporters, and he'll answer them. She doesn't take questions. She just bashes Trump. Yeah, even Obama didn't take questions that weren't staged, basically. Did you see that interview with that black journalist? I saw it today.
Oh, you guys got to go see it if you don't on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he went to the event. He was invited, and so was Kamala. Kamala didn't go for some reason. It was in front of the Black Journalists Association for the United States or something like that. And it's a great interview because Trump handled it perfectly. Even though it's a dangerous place, so to speak, to be for him, but he handled it perfectly.
He sure did. I was really, really happy about that. She was supposed to be here. She's not here.
No, that's right. He started to give one of his kind of long answers to one of the questions, and she says, the woman, I don't remember her name. I think she worked for ABC, and she said, "Sir, we have a limited amount of time here tonight, so if you could keep it." And he goes, "You were 35 minutes late starting. I was on time. I'm going to finish."
Yeah, I heard that. That was great. Allison, somebody from ABC News.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I don't watch those networks. But no, Trump handled it very nice, and he said it straightforward. He didn't try to pander to him or anything. He just said, "Hey, listen, I created a lot of black jobs when I was president. I care for the black population, and I've done more for this country than any other president. So, he might as well have said, 'Bite me.'" Huh?
Well, I think he did in so many words. I think you're right, Michael. I tell you what, man, I'll bet that black journalist from ABC. I bet she's got her head hung low.
I don't know. He's a tough guy. I would say he's a tough guy to interview if you're trying to make him look bad, and which she did. I think she said right up front all this laundry list of things that he did or didn't do. It was stupid, really. Just ask the questions and be done with it.
He's smart enough. He can detect a loaded question. Met Kamala today, just as late as May. He was the scourge of the party. They were trying so hard to get rid of her, and now she's the savior.
Well, like you and I discussed, if you'll notice that whole run-up up to and including the day that Biden quit, nobody in the media and nobody in the party was talking about Kamala.
They were trying to get rid of her somehow, but they couldn't.
No, they couldn't. But now they grabbed her, and now they're selling, a bag full of crap is what they're selling.
They're hanging on to a dream that isn't going to happen.
Well, we can't lay back and let it happen. I mean, we still got to get out there and vote, which I'm confident everybody will. But she's really not a qualified person at all. I mean, she really isn't. Yeah, she was a senator, but big deal. She didn't do anything, and she doesn't know anything, seemingly. I'm sure she's got something going for her. I don't know what it is exactly, but she certainly isn't qualified to be VP, let alone the president.
So she checks off all the right boxes.
We'll be talking personal stuff, man.
But that's what they were looking for, somebody that would check off the boxes, not anybody that's competent.
Yeah, well, that was what was funny was you could, as far as, calling Trump racist, and you go, well, let me see if I get this straight. Biden, he's a racist. He said he had 4 black candidates he was going to pick for VP, or four black candidates for the Justice Department, in the Supreme Court. It's just ridiculous.
I'm getting the Coast Guard from Mississippi. So that's the Mississippi River area, so that's the band is definitely open.
On the marine frequencies?
Yeah, 157.1. And I heard the International Space Station again today.
Yeah, I saw you sent me that, but I wasn't near the radio. No, that's cool. Glad to hear it. I'll have to go over there. 157.1, eh?
Yeah, that's 157.1. 5%. Looks like they just gave like the water wave report that may be over. Yeah, I'm hearing nothing. I've never heard that far out.
Wearing out my thumb going over there.
Anyway, didn't mean to interrupt the conversation flow.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm cranking the radio back.
I'm hearing it, but it's not real clear to me unless I wear the headphones.
Are you still hearing something? Oh yeah, yeah, I hear something in there. Yeah, I lost it. It's missing downbound facing dayboard. Having shoot light, like with number 13.
Yeah, I'm hearing it pretty clear. Can you hear me?
Proper downbound facing dayboard. Having shoot.
We have a copy of it?
Number 13310 at mile marker 709.5 is missing downbound facing dayboard. Just that light, like with number 1.
They must use a pretty big repeater system there, or they got a pretty big signal.
I don't understand how they do it. I know that even locally here, it comes out of Louisville, Kentucky. So I don't fully understand it. It's got to be some sort of repeater hooked up to some phone line, or I don't know. And I'm